The name of the blog is Devis T Rants and Raves, and the reason why I used the pseudonym Devis T was because at the time, blogging was kind of new. I wasn't kind of sure what is a blog, and so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll kind of do it anonymously. So I put it out there as Devis T, which was a teenage nickname that some of my friends had given me. And I just started writing and putting my stuff out there. And then as I, started getting really good feedback from people, and people enjoyed reading the blog, and I realized that, hey, it's a good thing, it's a good marketing thing. Then I put my name on there. So then it became Devis T Rants and Raves, the ups and downs of the life of a children's book illustrator. And so that's kind of how it started. I think I started in 2005, and I was one of the very first people who started doing it, and that's really, I think that I slowly became more famous as a blogger than a children's book illustrator. So,
all while working full-time at the Statesman, Austin American Statesman, as their editorial artist and
exactly.
infographics.
I was, illustrating children's books in the morning, blogging throughout the day, then I would go in the afternoon and work full-time it's actually, the position is called a graphics reporter.
Okay.
And people always ask me, so what does a graphics reporter do? And it's basically one who creates, or one who tells a story with infographics and graphics and pictures and diagrams and bar charts, in the same way that a reporter tells stories with words.
This you're doing on the computer at the Statesman at work?
Pretty much a 100% computer. I mean, I could illustrate, paint, illustrations at the Statesman, but I mean, I'm in a newsroom. I'm in a wide open newsroom with reporters and computers, and it's just not comfortable to break out the oil paints in the middle of the newsroom. So I pretty much do 100% of my graphics and illustrations on the computer.
What programs were you using there in that venue as an illustrator?
A little bit of everything. I've pretty much narrowed it down now to Illustrator and Photoshop, but I've used so many programs, and a lot of them are even discontinued. But I mean, Photoshop, Illustrator, Quark Express, Rage Ream Designer, which is a program that doesn't exist anymore, but it was a 3D program. And there were several 3D programs. Adobe Dimensions, which was a vector 3D program, which they eventually was included in Illustrator now. I've used Final Cut for video, so I've just been kind of all over the place with computer art. I remember when I graduated high school, people would ask me, so what are you going to do with your art when you grow up? And I always tell people, I'm going to be a computer artist. And I said that because it kind of sounded exotic. Who's going to be doing computer art, And then here I am 20 years later, and if you don't do computer art, you don't get work. Everybody's doing computer art, so.
You got a way head start.
I got kind of a head start.
It's from that teenage conceit of